good afternoon, everyone. We are in the special business meeting for the District of Squamish for June 26th. Halkans Polo and Peace Collectment Class Squamish, Awaymail. Welcome to the traditional territory of the Squamish Nation. There's an agenda in front of Council, looking for a motion to adopt the agenda. Moved by Councillor Elliott, second by Councillor Black-and-Wolf. All those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. First on the agenda is item 3.1, our annual general meeting, and receive the financial statements. Ms. Bundy, you?
And so to suspend the special meeting.
Right now we have to suspend?
No, we have to do the resolutions first.
Yeah, we have to do the resolutions appointing me, then we suspend it, yeah. But did you have a presentation, I think? If you don't, that's fine.
No, I do have a presentation, but I understood that the order of the agenda, I'm a bit further down. I'm just...
Okay, so first up, there are a number of resolutions. Can we do them all at once? That appoint the mayor to vote on behalf of the shareholder for the AGM of the SSC, and to direct the mayor to accept the financial statements of the SSC, which are done in the annual general meeting for SSC, correct? So just help me out here. Should we suspend the meeting now and go into the SSC, or these motions have to be voted on before?
That's before.
Okay, thank you.
We have to resolve to tell you what to do, then we suspend, and then you do it.
Exactly. So I'm looking for a motion to resolve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 resolutions.
There's one blank.
Councillor to that point.
Oh.
Are you volunteering?
Yeah.
I think I vote to make Doug Grace.
It's currently Ted, I think, but we can appoint, technically we can appoint any of these positions.
That's fine. Does he want to do it?
He didn't because he doesn't want to run again, so he doesn't want to put his name there. And I'm not.
Well, regardless, we might be changing things in November anyway, regardless. So, if no one wants to do it, I'll do it, but if someone wants to do it,
You don't want to do it?
So Ted isn't, I thought,
well, he's told Charlie he doesn't want to do it.
Oh, okay. You're all good.
Councillor Race?
Technically, I would have to be at the meeting before you have to give consent and wait
Yeah.
ahead of time anyways.
Exactly.
do you need a seconder for Ted, for,
Hold
No
on.
resolution.
Well, we don't need a seconder to put it in there, but if someone else is interested, let me know, and then we will have a vote. Don't see anybody. And then that would also be down here as well? Or is that a redundant one?
So just up and ship there.
So we're going,
That's the one you
And
passed.
then we'll go into the SSC.
what's the difference between this one and this one?
Ready? So the first ones are resolutions of council. The
Yes, I-
second one is just your statement as the shareholder. Because we're telling you what to do, how to vote your vote as the shareholder. So
Yeah,
the second
that's
one
just
is the
the
actual
first
AGM meeting.
So it's the first four are the motions for this. We should make sure that next year this is more
Four.
clearly articulated
Yeah,
exactly
exactly.
where this is. So the first four are the motions that council is moving right now. Okay, someone want to move the first four? Moved by Councillor Race, or Chappelle, second by Councillor Black-and-Wolf. All those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. And now we suspend the meeting. We have suspended the special business meeting, and now we are in,
So that's the first motion, is to resolve to suspend.
yes, so we're suspended. We will now enter the AGM for SSC, in which case the following motions were to have me as the shareholder. So we move the first five, not the first four. Maybe we should move that fifth one. Moved by Councillor Ray, second by Councillor Kent. All those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. So we are now in the SSC AGM, and I will move that the financial statements for SSC for 2017 be accepted, and I will move that BDO Canada LLP be appointed as auditor for SSC for the current financial year. And I will move that Gary Buxton, Tim Hoskin, Kate Morgan, Graham Young, Kirby Brown, and Councillor Race be appointed to the board of the SSC Corporation. I just have to say that. Make sure I know.
And you vote the share accordingly.
And I voted the share accordingly. Okay, are we now out of the SSC?
Yeah, so now we'll go.
I now terminate the AGM for SSC, and we are back in the special business meeting AGM for the District of Squamish. Now we're in the District of Squamish AGM.
Is that you for Sophie or me?
I just don't know
Well,
if you're...
Sophie's not associated with the AGM, but we can certainly do Sophie first.
Well, there's a motion that the District of Squamish approve the 2017 Statements of Financial Information, which is the next motion on the agenda,
We can do that next one.
as presented.
I'm just kidding, but that's fine. Do you want me to do the other
So
one
moved.
first?
Moved by Councillor Ray, seconded by Councillor Kent. Is there a presentation with Sophie?
With Sophie.
Well, that's what we're on. We're not on?
There's no presentation.
There's no
Here-
presentation.
Oh, okay.
I'll call the question. All those in favor?
I'm just here for presentation, but that's
Oh,
okay.
Oh, there is presentation. Do you want me to speak? Sorry, the motion was passed.
Would you like us to speak to it or not?
I just am asking if there's a presentation of
Just a
courtesy.
few comments.
We can give you a brief overview.
Linda Clausen, sorry, I'm having heard, I thought there was a motion.
Our apologies, Mayor Heintzman, it's not normally part of the AGM, so our fault for not being ready.
That's what's on the agenda.
Yes, it absolutely is, sir.
You want to, we've already passed the motion.
I know,
You're welcome to say something about Sophie if you want.
It's fine if you passed it and you're fine, we're good.
I didn't see any questions or hands from council, so. Next up is the 2017 annual report.
Okay, we do have a presentation for the annual report.
Excellent.
A brief overview for council.
Thank you.
I'll wait till this comes up. So just a reminder, of course, this is the annual report encapsulating 2017. This year's annual report includes infographics, community statistics, metrics for core municipal services, as well as updates on strategic plan action items, special operating projects, and major capital projects. The annual report is organized and aligned with the 4 strategic pillars as defined in action in Council's strategic plan. Our organization, council and staff, we strive to foster a culture that is forward-thinking, service-driven, and focused on continuous improvement to be nimble in the face of change. The report is filled with examples that illustrate our team's dedication and extraordinary work, as well as the areas in which we continue to strive for better results. The report's over 59 pages, and it highlights many initiatives implemented and worked on in 2017. And the first section is followed by the specific financial statements.
So I think I was over 59.
Over 59?
I thought you said, or over 59 pages.
It is.
Oh, it's exactly 59.
No, it's over 59. Is it 59?
It's a funny way of saying
I
it.
know, instead of approximately 60.
It's 60.
Oh,
We love our
goodness.
details. We love our details.
Sorry.
Humor's good. Council was busy, as were legislative staff and all of those involved. 155 meetings were held in 2017.
You want some comments on that?
No, I'm just letting everyone absorb it. And if you
Yeah,
remember,
there's a question.
oh,
Councillor Lane.
Alright. Oh no, that's fine. Just spotted it, thanks.
okay. And in 2017, it snowed a lot. We affectionately called it Snowmageddon. And one of our hardworking snowplow operators helped shed some light on what it takes to be behind a snowplow. Communications did a fabulous job of creating a video with Colleen McClellan, and it received 2,805 views on YouTube. In 2018, as a result of a lot of hard work in business casing and recognizing the changes needed to make it more efficient, there was a new trails machine purchased, as you know. Everyone seen the video? It's awesome. It's fun. Our youngest voices were heard. So the Squamish Children's Charter was endorsed in January of 2017 and was integrated into the official community plan, which, as you know, was just recently adopted. The Children's Charter will inform public policy respecting age-friendly housing and neighborhood design, participation and engagement in community life and public processes, and policies concerning active and safe transportation in municipal facilities. So we've got some statistics for you up there. Aquatics went up, new Squamish Fire recruits, and recruit training. Filming has gone up by 19%. More dog licenses. The RCMP have decreased bike thefts. And we had 18 pop-up neighborhood OCP events, which was a new way of engaging for OCP. Some highlights of our capital works and upgrades. And a few more. Now, this is a huge list. I'm not going to read it. We took some big steps forward. There are a number of initiatives that are highlighted in the annual report. This is just scratching the surface, actually, but we highlighted a few for you. So phase 3 of the OCP was completed in 2017, but important to note that it was adopted in 2018, which we'll be able to highlight in next year's plan. We have had all staff participate in truth and reconciliation training, which is something we're very proud of. Affordable housing program as well on its way. And some other projects. And as always, we love to share with you the biggest Facebook story of 2017, and it was the cougar spotted in the Highlands. And you'll see the number of audience reach. So the cougar's more popular than the dog was last year. So looking forward, we'll be aligning next year's annual plan with the official community plan core indicators that have just been adopted, and of course, while still meeting the legislative requirements of developing and producing the annual plan. And we're going to look at revamping the format to increase readership. We feel over the last few years it's been an excellent document. It's starting to get a little thick at that 59, approximately 60 pages. So we'll be debriefing with communications and coming up with a slightly different format. Here's our fabulous staff paddling together. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Any questions? Yeah, maybe Christina, we talked about this briefly just walking in the hallways about how we might see a different format for next year to just make it a little more user-friendly and digestible. Any thoughts on how that might look like next year?
Exactly to that point, I think we want to, so much work goes into this annual report that we would like to find a way to get more eyeballs on it. It is a big document to read. We do provide it online, which is where most people see it, in a booklet form, but it's a lot to take in. So I think, we've looked at some great online tools that other communities have used. We've even used them ourselves. The recent summary of the OCP process was a great online tool that could work really well for the annual report. So I think that's where we will look, is to more of an interactive online showcase that people can glance through and take some of these highlights away at a glance, recognizing that many people don't have the time to really, or potentially interest to really get into too much of the detail. We are governed by the community charter, and so there are legislative requirements. So our requirements are to share our objectives for the year, how we met those objectives, as well as looking ahead 2 years to show goals and objectives for the upcoming 2 years. So we'll need to keep that in mind as we look at format. And then the official community plan indicators will also provide us with some guidance. So we'll dig into it this summer and try to come up with a creative way to present the information.
And just kudos to you and your staff. I mean, this is like publishing a 59, almost 59-page document magazine in a short amount of time with lots of information, and I think it looks great. And thanks for it. I know it was a lot of work for your staff and for anyone who contributed to it. So great, but I think it's great to sort of continue to evolve into how do we make it a real communication tool, not just something we can be proud of internally. Any other comments or questions on the report? Thanks everyone for your work. Good job. There is a motion.
Receive.
Yep. There's a motion to receive it. Someone want to move it? Moved by Councillor Race, seconded by Councillor Blackman Wolf. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you very much. Good job, everyone. Just a quick mayor's report. As you know, in the budget process, we had allocated, I believe it was from last year's council contingency, to help the rustic affordable campground on the Mamquam Service Road run by the Mamquam River Access Society for toilets. We released the funds for 2 of them with the hopes of seeing if we could find funding from Linro or others to pay for the other 2. There's been no uptake from the provincial government, and so I'm recommending that we release the remaining monies to get the 4 toilets. Moved by Councillor Ray, seconded by Councillor Kent. Call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And a motion to close. Moved by Councillor Kent, seconded by Councillor Blackman-Wolf, pursuant to Section 90 EG of the Community Charter. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. So.